Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
It's Just Two Movies.
Welcome back to another episode of It's Just Two Movies. My name is Daniel King. In the studio with me this evening, this afternoon. You know him. You love him.
Oh,
You know he's got the sweetest smelling booty hole
I do?
in the tri-state area. I'm talking about Birdman.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm back.
It's because
Hey.
he uses cinnamon toilet paper.
We're back on our bullshit, baby.
Back on our bullshit.
We're back.
First episode back from the break.
Yeah.
Actually. Thanks you guys for hanging around. I know we didn't post an episode last week, but that's because I just wanted a week off and fuck you.
Exactly.
But thank you very much for sticking around. I hope everybody had a very pleasant holiday, and hope you set some reasonable goals for yourself and some ambitions for the new year that you fully intend on tackling that are not unattainable.
For sure.
That's what I hope, I guess.
So, if you're a first-time listener,
Yeah.
what's going on with this thing? What are we doing?
Oh, it's just an excuse for me to abuse alcohol on a regular schedule. Is what it is. Well, one of my friends comes over and I make them watch a movie, or they make me watch a movie, and then we sit down and we talk about it, and then we pick another, like, kind of B-roll movie that has something in common with the first one, and hopefully it's so bad it's good, and we review both.
And we have a bit of cheeky fun.
We do have a bit of cheeky fun, a bit of butt cheeky fun in the interim.
Yeah. Yeah. And this week...
I started drinking at 2:45.
Hell yeah.
This week was, so we're doing Brandanuary,
Yeah.
which
Which I think is probably just like, we'll just agree on a movie.
Yeah, I think,
instead of like...
like, if you can make every episode for January, that'd be fucking dope. If you can't, then I think you and I are going to pick all the movies for the whole month of Brandanuary.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then I have something scheduled for February that's a callback to something we discussed on the show. So we're gonna have a bit of fun this year. I want to do a lot of thematic stuff this year.
I like
and
it.
Just I don't know, dig in, see if it's fun. We're bringing summer break back, so you have that to look forward to. We're going to bring the Ween back a little more officially, but it's probably going to start in September this year, so everybody can have a crack at it.
Yeah.
It's a long Ween.
I mean,
You know?
the Ween can really go from September to November, really, like up until Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, and then
Spooky season.
I think we'll do Christmas and just do movies exclusively about Jesus Christ for the month of December.
Or December, we do just Hallmark movies.
Oh no. Are there good ones to pick from? We just have to watch two bad movies every week.
Yeah.
Look, I'll tell you this. Jeremy Jones made a fair point about Hallmark movies. They're fucking cranking them out,
Oh,
man.
dude,
And they're making money.
You know, the reason I mentioned this is because I just started listening to Daniel Tosh's new podcast.
Oh, yeah?
And he has one of the actors who is in, like, most of the Christmas Hallmark movies.
I bet he's fucking loaded.
I don't know. Probably. Yeah. He probably makes pretty good money. But, yeah, dude, they just crank those things out. Anyways.
They make money. They make them for nothing, and they turn a profit.
Yeah. So this week we decided to do a movie we've been talking about for a while called The Revenant.
This is a movie we actually have been chit-chatting about between the episodes about covering probably since the inception of the idea.
Since the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, and we're just like, boy, I don't know. I don't know how I could cover it and do it justice. But I feel like we've covered enough dense shit that, Leo fucks a bear. I think we can do that.
Well, it's a long movie, but it's not... I wouldn't say it's too dense.
No. Yeah. Poor choice of words on my part. I wouldn't say it's dense. It is...
It's just a long movie. I mean...
It has some dense topics that are covered in some ways that are not super evident if you're not like looking into it.
Yeah.
But we'll chat about that a little bit. If you've not seen The Revenant or are not familiar with it, it is an R-rated 2015 Western action film.
Surprise, we're doing another Western.
Hey, imagine that. 2 hour, 36-minute runtime. It's got an 8 out of 10 on IMDb, 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, 76% on TV Guide. Directed by Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu. Box office, $533 million US. Running time, 2 hours, 36 minutes. I already said that. Release date, this just says 1823. That's fucking weird.
Really? What's it say?
1823.
Oh, is that the year this is set in? Or wait.
If I can guess. Maybe the info's wrong. This stars Leonardo DiCaprio. Never heard of him until I've seen this. Ham Tardy, Pill Walter. Sorry, I'll do it right. Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy, Will Poulter, Domhnall Gleeson, big fan. Lucas Haas, also a big fan. Paul Anderson, Forrest Goodluck, Christopher Genre, Dwayne Howard, Mila. Oh boy, I hope I don't butcher her name, but I'm sure I'm going to. Mila Nekhetko.
You got it, dude.
That's my best guess. Arthur Redcloud and Joshua Burge.
So, real quick, I just want to give a couple of writing credits to Mark L. Smith for his screenplay, and this is actually based in part on the novel, or on a novel. I'm not sure what the title is.
Yeah.
It might be Revenant, by Michael Punk, or Punke, Punke, Punke?
Punke. That's Punke. Because if it was an F, it would be Funke.
Right.
Does it have the little tilde over the...
No, it doesn't. It's probably just Punk.
Really,
What a punk.
Really missed getting named properly on that one.
So, did you say box office? I think you did.
Yeah, I did have box office. I did not have budget. $533 million.
Budget was $135 million.
Okay, well, we're talking profit.
That's a lot of money.
I did not get a chance to see this in the theater, and boy, I wish I would have.
Dude, same.
What a spectacle in theater this must have been.
Right. The sound, cinematography, I mean...
The smell.
The smell.
The sounds, the smells. The sounds are just other people's kids crying. Why is this movie so long?
You want to get into this puppy?
Yeah, let's find... Well, before we do, what would you say this is about?
Oh, so this is about some, actually, I guess
some bullshit.
Crew of gentlemen that are hunters. They basically gather fur and trade the furs for money. That's how they make their living. They
are fur trappers in a post-colonial United States.
Yeah. This is it. The 1823. That's when this takes place
during the Western expansion.
Yeah.
So post Lewis and Clark.
Yeah. Yep.
But still, when they're like, there's a bit where they're like drudging through the mud. He's like, "Why'd you come out here to the edge of the world?" Because it is one of the last undiscovered places in the world, like not documented at least, you know what I mean? Were people there before? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. You gave them all smallpox and tried to fuck them out of existence. And now a bunch of them own casinos, which is great for them. I'm very happy about that. But, I don't know. That's a different discussion for a different podcast. But what we are here to talk about is these fucking fur trappers. And we're going to go full spoilers into it. Yeah, I don't know what else you would say, really. It's just about some fur trappers.
Yeah, they're led by Captain. So some of this is based on truth, right?
It is inspired by true events.
Yeah. Like Hugh Glass, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, is a real person.
It's huge, and then the G is silent.
Right?
Just huge ass.
Huge lass.
Just got that cake. Just that big, fat, round peach booty.
So you got Hugh Glass, Captain Andrew Henry, who leads the men. And they are in basically present-day Dakotas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you read anything up about the true story about Hugh Glass?
No.
Okay, so what really happened was they make a lot of points in this to be like, oh, he was.
I know he didn't have a son.
He didn't have a son. He didn't have a wife who was a Native American. Like, that's just kind of added for cinematic stress or whatever. But he was attacked by a bear and left for dead. And then he crawled with a fucking, like a punctured lung, a fucking hole in his throat, and a broken leg for 200 to 300 miles.
Oh my God. So basically,
that's that's the hardest fucking thing I've ever heard. If I crawled from here to the driveway, I'd be like, my tummy hurts. You know what I mean?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
So basically,
it hurts from dragging on the.
So basically, he crawled. So let's say right now we're in Bonne Terre, Missouri.
Okay.
He crawled from here to like Kansas City.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's fucking insane,
right?
Man.
Isn't that about? Yeah, Kansas City's almost 300 miles from.
Okay. Well, it says the thing I read said 200 to 300. So you're kind of casting a wide net.
Think about that. Crawling that far.
I think about walking that far. It takes fucking 30 hours to drive to Kansas City. Why would anybody walk there?
It takes 3 hours. 30 hours.
Oh, 3 hours of fucking same
it doesn't
thing.
Take,
I could have just watched The Revenant and stayed home. But yeah, so you've got these guys. They're a bunch of roughneck looking sons of bitches.
Man, they're rough.
Old Leo DeCap, he's got his Native American boy. What's his name? Crow? Raven. Hawk. Yep, I knew it was.
That's what they call him. They call him Hawk.
Yeah. And I think, man, for me, one of the biggest. Okay, Leonardo DiCaprio is incredible. Everybody in this movie is incredible.
Yeah.
Even Domhnall Gleeson, who I'm a huge fan of. I've never seen Domhnall Gleeson on screen and been like, he's a fucking hard ass. I'm always like, he's kind of a pussy.
Yeah.
But he's kind of a hard ass in this. But nobody holds a candle to the impression that fucking Tom Hardy leaves. I think this is the role of his lifetime. I don't think he's ever been better in anything else.
I gotta agree. Just everything about his character is right. The way he talks.
The way he plays
everything.
Tom Hardy plays Tom Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Who is a veteran trapper, fur trapper that trades in pelts and stuff. Pelts and furs. And you first meet him, he's very disagreeable. He's very negative. He's like looking at things like the glass is fucking 3/4 empty, not even half empty. But when it is half full, in fact, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's very, very negative. And he's like, you're going to get us killed. This is your fucking fault. Everything's on the line. I don't got nothing to live for. I just need this money and blah, 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 blah. So you meet him, and shortly after he takes off his weird like leather cap, and you can see he has a fucking giant section of his head has been removed because he was actually scalped by Native Americans before.
Yeah.
And I believe they were the Ree. Let me pull that back up.
Arikara or
Arikara, yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yep, Arikara. So the Arikara tribe or the Ree.
Arikara? Oh, they were saying Arikara.
Arikara, yeah.
Arikara. That's hard to say.
Arikara.
Who
knows what they're saying, man? Like Tom Hardy, I'm like, thank God I have the subtitles on.
You have to almost for this movie.
Yeah, Captain he got a fortune under them furs hiding under a rock. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Oh, you're racist and terrible. I get it.
So I want to go back to we're kind of jumping ahead a little bit, but
yeah,
we'll get more into that. But it starts with, it starts with Leo and his son and a tribe being burned to the ground.
Yep.
And we eventually find out that his son survived. He has some pretty bad scarring from being burned.
Yeah, he's got some serious burns.
And the mother was killed.
Right.
So throughout this entire film, we get would you call them visions or would you call them
dreams, like lucid,
I guess
lucid
just
dreams.
Lucid dreams that Leo has about his wife, which I think was done really well.
I gotta tell you, man, there's a lot of stuff out there that just has like a poignant hero hallucinating his dead wife. Like that is not a new thing in cinema, but this is one of the better iterations of it, I think. Like just they don't drag it on too long. It's just vague enough where it's a little like, what's going on here? But it is directed well enough where you just kind of can put A and B together and go, okay.
Oh, that's his wife. Yeah, I think it was done really well. They gave it enough time. The film is pretty long, but it lets everything play out, right? It lets everything breathe. Yeah. It gives everything enough to make it work.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, we have
breathing room. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, it has breathing room for the story, which is nice.
It is a little bit of a slow burn, but we both love slow burns, so it works. I think.
As long as I know that's what I'm sitting down for. Like I hate when I put on a movie and I don't know what it's going to be and it's a slow burn. Like I need to just like, hey, this one you're in it for the long haul. Okay, right. That's all I needed. That's just a little. Let me know.
Yeah. So we meet our group. Again, they're just a bunch of fucking ragtag, just rough boys. Most of them.
Do you think it would be more pertinent for us to go through it step by step, or do you think we should just like?
I think we can probably go through it step by step. Okay. There's not a ton. Like,
yeah, you're right.
There's a lot of. I'm not going to call it. I hate to call it dead space, but there are a lot of parts where you just don't really need to get into.
Talk about a lot. Yeah,
some traveling and stuff like that. But yeah, we have our fellas. The first thing we see is Leo. He's wading in some water. They're hunting an elk, and man. The first thing I thought of was how much it just fucking sucked to be wet all of the time.
All the time.
Back then.
I watched this movie with my kid. And she's like, "What?" She's like, "They still haven't cleaned off." And I was like,
"That's just
no.
You
what,
never
are you gonna clean off in the mud?" Like, there's none of that, man.
I was thinking
nasty as fuck.
I was thinking, man, I'd kill for a pair of fucking waterproof boots right about now, but at the same time, most of the time they're waiting in like
clean socks and an American filtered cigarette.
Yeah, right.
I'd kill a man for that in this period.
So they're hunting some elk. They get an elk. Will Poulter is it Poulter? Poulter?
I've always said Poulter.
Poulter.
Yeah, I think so.
Will Poulter gets to camp. He says, "Hey, we got an elk. We need help getting it." They make fun of him and tell him to fuck off.
Yeah.
The camp is attacked.
Yeah.
By the Arikara.
Yeah. Or the Ree, as they
more
we'll
probably just call them the Ree.
They more commonly refer to them as the Ree in the film.
It cracked me up how Tom Hardy is. That's all he's worried about is the pelts. At this point, like I get it.
It's a fortune.
I get it, but most of your men are being slaughtered right now, though.
Pelts were fucking such a hot. Well, that's what he was thinking is like less ways to split it.
True.
Like that is so much fun. Like I cannot stress enough how what they have in pelts at that campsite is worth like 5 bank robberies present day. Like it is so much fucking money.
How the fuck are those like? How do the French traders have the money to? I mean, can you explain that a little bit to me?
It's baguettes. Baguettes. Nobody else can make those. Baguettes and pancakes, flapjacks, a little maple syrup.
That's it. That makes sense. So they have a boat.
How do they have that money? Because they've been doing it from the Canadian provinces. They just have been doing it a little further north for a little longer. So they started moving south.
Gotcha.
And, that's where you're going to run into these people in the Dakotas territories.
Yeah.
These American travelers.
French-Canadian fur traders, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the whole crew, they have a boat. They make it to the boat, most of them. Well, I guess not most of them. Some of them.
Yeah.
What'd they say? They lose like...
Dude, this ambush is fucking brutal.
It's brutal.
It's brutal. And you know what? They got a pretty nice little camp spot set up when they get ambushed.
Yeah.
But the part that fucked me up is like, looking at that camp spot, they haven't been there for a day. They've been there for days.
Mm-hmm.
That one guy's like, oh, they got an elk? Well, I'm so tired of eating beaver, I'm missing your wife. Ha, ha, ha. There's so much good little stuff like that
little
peppered
quips.
in. But as they're getting ambushed, there's a guy that turns around, looks up in a tree, like 15, 20 feet off the ground, and there's a Native American, a Indian, in that tree shooting dudes with a bow. How long's he been in that fucking tree, bro?
With them not knowing. Yeah.
Days.
Right.
Well, he just like pissed down the side of it or something?
What's he
like
eating? Bark?
Squirrel? Probably. Pine nuts.
Pine nuts.
I guess. I don't know, but I'm like, oh my God, the fucking... The level of fuckery going on here is through the roof.
It didn't seem like a great setup for it. Like, the camp looked cool, but man, they got ambushed from all sides. You know what I mean?
Oh, they were fucked. Yeah, this is the definition of getting caught with your pants down.
Right. So, tons of casualties. They make it to a boat. They head down river.
That boat. like a wooden raft with walls, that thing. That's a relatively sad looking boat.
It is a little sad.
Yeah. It's in...
But it
you could tell they built it as they went.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It holds a decent amount of men, though.
They didn't start and go, let's build a ship. They went, we need to get we need to float for a bit. And then they just kept building onto it.
Yeah. So throughout this entire film, we do a lot of back and forth with the and this crew. The Arikara, their main mission in this is finding the chief's daughter.
Okay, did you write down her name?
Pagawan? Yeah, let's see.
Something like that. It's close.
I have it here somewhere. Sorry.
Book.
Powaka? P-O-W-A-Q-A? Powaqua? I don't know.
Powaqua, yeah.
Powaqua?
I guess, yeah. So that's what they're...
That's their mission.
Why they're after those people, because they're like, I don't know, a bunch of white dudes who took our princess, pretty much. Yeah, you know
exactly.
what I mean? The chieftain's daughter.
Yep.
She's essentially royalty, you know, to this tribe. And they're looking for her, and they see a bunch of shady fucking white dudes. What would you think if you were a Native American? I would be like, it's probably those
those fucking
shit.
guys. Yeah, exactly. So, back to the crew. Leo's character, Hugh Glass, he's the
huge ass.
He's the huge ass.
Yeah.
What would you call him? Like, he's leading them. Like, he knows the territory the best. He's the
right. He's their scout.
Scout, yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
He says they need to leave the boat behind.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get tracked by the on the river.
And the captain, who is at the edge of the world with all these men in tow, he's inclined to just go, oh, whatever you think.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know where the fuck he's at.
And it turns out he's right.
Yeah.
Because that boat that they ditched, a couple of the guys stay on the boat. They were supposed to jump. They didn't. That boat gets ambushed almost immediately.
Oh, yeah.
And they kill the guys.
Well, that's what, because even fucking
Tom Hardy.
Hardy, he's like, I should have been on that boat.
Should have stayed on that boat.
Should have stayed on that boat.
Well, you fucking... You would have been dead, buddy.
Goddamn. Make up your mind, boy.
So we get to the real juicy. Like, I've only seen this one other time. And I didn't realize the bear attack was this soon.
I've seen it thrice. I think this was my third viewing.
Yeah.
And this is my fourth viewing. The first 2 times I watched it, I could not make it to the bear attack. Was what a sleepy baby I was.
Really?
When I put it on. I just like put it on and was like, it's that palate. Something about it. Just like if I'm remotely tired, it just knocks me the fuck out.
I can see that, yeah. So Leo is hunting by himself. He spots some bear cubs, and then all of a sudden, Mama's just right behind him.
Just run, man. If you're ever out in the woods and you just see a bear cub,
get the fuck out of there.
Just a cub, turn around and exactly the way you came, as fast as you fucking possibly can.
Yeah.
Because you can't outrun a bear.
No.
Your only hope is that they have lost interest because you are far enough away
From the cubs. Yeah, exactly. She starts fucking attacking, dude, and it is brutal. I mean, it's hard to watch. It's hard to
For just
watch.
what an amazing looking CGI bear.
It is. Yeah, it looks really good.
It looks really, really good. That being said,
You can tell.
I can tell
You
it
can
is
tell.
CGI. Yeah.
I think the biggest tell is right at the beginning. The first, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The longer it goes on, I feel like your eyes adjust.
Well, the very first bit when it's like standing up and he turns around and then it sits down and starts charging, I'm like, you can't fucking, that just looks like a real ass bear.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know how they did the CGI on this, but I fucking love it.
It's awesome. He gets swiped at quite a bit, and the bear likes to do this thing where it flips him around and like kind of stomps on his back.
Yeah. Well, you would if you were like 1,500 pounds.
Exactly.
It's an effective killing mechanism. You just go, well, sit on you.
I'm gonna sit on you, boy.
Crush your chest cavity.
Leo plays dead, and Mama Bear kind of scurries off just a bit, not too far, to check on the cubs. He crawls to get his gun, and just as he's about to turn, she fucking sees him, goes back. He does get a shot off,
Yeah.
but it's not enough.
Which
not yet.
might actually have been the big deterrent.
Yeah,
But animal that size, dude,
yeah.
it don't
doesn't matter.
fucking care. Yeah.
It attacks again.
Yeah, right.
This time probably worse because it takes
Yeah.
a chunk of his shoulder out, doesn't it?
Oh god, it's like part of his back or what. Like, I cannot stress to you enough the severity of these injuries. This is a dude like when fucking Tom Hardy rolls up and he's like, he'll be dead in an hour.
Yeah.
If I was there, I'd be like, Tom Hardy's right.
Yeah, exactly. He will be dead in an hour. He wrestles with the bear, and luckily he gets his knife and he's able to stab the bear to death.
Yeah.
And then they both the bear and Leo fall down a little hill, and the bear lands on him. What the fuck,
Fucking
dude?
worst day.
Just talk about the worst day of your
Just
life.
worst day. How much you think a grizzly bear weighs?
Uh,
I know how much a polar bear weighs. Enough to break the ice. Hey.
oh,
How's it going? I'm Danny.
a grizzly? I don't know, 2,000 pounds.
I look like a Kodiak. How much does a Kodiak bear weigh? Males weigh 600 to 1,400 pounds.
I was a little off. 2,000.
Probably 85 pounds. I don't know.
$1.85.
About as much as a bitch. Oh,
So-
man.
Leo is just chilling with a bear on him. Eventually, the crew, they find him, and they start tending to his wounds because the captain he's not a doctor. His father was a doctor. Was that right? The captain?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And while this is happening,
Brendan
what?
Gleeson. Brendan Gleeson was his doctor.
His
And
father.
he's like, here's what you do. You get your boiled horsehair and you put it in your mouth when you're getting ready to stitch somebody up. Because dental hygiene is never going to get better than it is right now. It's the safest place to put it.
Oh, man. Meanwhile, we get the Arikara chief going to the French traders.
Uh-huh.
The Ree are demanding horses and guns for pelts, and eventually, I think the Frenchman is like, okay, we're gonna get fucked up if we don't give them some
Yeah,
horses.
he's like, I'm not giving you fucking horse. You had a deal to bring me pelts. You brought me pelts. I paid you the cost or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, now you're showing up here and you're changing the deal and you're wanting horses. The answer is no. And he's like, listen, here's what's going to happen. You're going to give me those horses, and here's why I want them. Or
Yeah.
you can
You're gonna
kill you can
fucking-
kill all of us, but we will try to kill all of you
Yeah.
right now.
I like how the chief spoke French as well. And the
Yeah.
Frenchman's like, "Oh fuck, what?"
Oh fuck! What?
That was a nice little twist
yeah,
there.
I fucking like that because I speak a lot of French.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a French man.
Yeah.
So
Baguette.
Bagua-
We.
Oh shit.
Toot sweet.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. That's Italian.
Damn it. They got us.
Wait, is bonjour, friends? Bonjour. Comment ça va? Très bien. Merci.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
So back to the crew.
No wonder we have 3 French listeners.
Right. We get back to the crew, the crew, and they have to fucking carry Leo to their destination.
Okay. I know I watched it the day before you, but I text you.
What'd you say?
I was like, there's a bit where they're carrying Hugh Glass through the river, and this dude.
Oh, I forgot to look for that.
They have a little fight in the middle of the river, and they like drop his thing, and somebody's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? They pick it up. But a guy with a big ass beard, he has the most epic booger I've ever seen, bro. It's still attached to his nose, but it's like 18 inches at least.
Do you think it's
down to his nipple at one point?
It's probably just like a frozen booger, right? Frozen snot.
No, it's like an action shot. Like you can see it like whip, you know what I mean?
Man, I forgot to look for it.
Oh god, I
should have made a mental note for that.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll watch it.
We'll check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I still got it loaded in the DVD player.
The DVD. Digital video disc.
A digital video disc.
So yeah, they have to carry Leo, and they got to carry him for a while, but eventually they're like, we can't make it up this mountain or hill or whatever.
No.
So they have to leave him with his son Hawk, Poulter, and Hardy.
Yep. Which is selfish move, by the way, because every one of those dudes knew that Tom Hardy would just like try to kill him.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
They all work with that dude. They all know what a fucking asshole he is. They were just like, yeah, I am tired of being in the wilderness with this cocksucker, actually. So we'll let him stay with the guy who's probably going to die anyway.
Right, yeah. There is a flashback right around this point to, I guess, when Leo, the camp he was at with the Native Americans, like his wife and his son. Were they Pawnee? I think they were Pawnee, right?
They were Pawnee.
There's a flashback to everything being burned, and there's a scene where his wife gets shot, but then you see I imagine this is just like a vivid, just a dream, a bird flying out of her chest from her wound.
Yeah.
I wonder what that was about.
Maybe what kind of bird was it?
I have no idea.
You're the residential bird man.
Shit!
You don't know, nobody knows. I can't do it. Yeah,
that's a baby bird.
Yeah, if you don't know what kind of bird it was,
it had to symbolize something, though. I just don't really.
Yeah, well, it makes me wonder because, like, they called the boy Hawk. Mm-hmm. I wonder if, like, his mom also had a bird name. Like, they were like Bird Woman. You know what I mean?
Bird Woman, Bird Lady.
I don't know what they're fucking saying. But no, I also think this is one of the better depictions in this time period of Native American culture. Mm-hmm. Like I really do, because later in the film, I'm jumping way ahead. He comes across, he's fucking injured, he's crawling, he's starving to death, he fucking hasn't eaten shit, and he comes across another Native American, and he's like, "Hey, I'm hungry, I'm injured, don't hurt me, don't kill me, or whatever." And he's like, "Hey, my wife, she, whatever," because he was peaceful, and they kind of accepted that each other was in a bind, and he didn't want to impose, but he wanted to help the other one. And then you find out that he is a Pawnee Indian.
Yeah.
And I was looking up, like, while I was watching the movie, I'm like, what were some of the more peaceful tribes? What were some of the more violent tribes? But Pawnee was among some of the more peaceful ones. Whereas the Comanche seems like was most definitely the most violent.
Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Fun little tidbit. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I
saw a bit recently about an actor whose name I forget. A black actor.
They're called blacktors?
Blacktors. I'm going to have to look it up. Shut the fuck up. You're so stupid. It was... Damn it. I can't remember his fucking name. Anyways. It's a black actor who is sitting with a historian who informs him that this actor's family, they were enslaved by a Native American tribe. You know, and that just goes to show how different some of the tribes were.
Yeah.
Some of them had slaves.
Yeah.
I mean,
and some of them were like like it didn't own weapons that weren't for specifically hunting.
yeah.
So, just different walks of life for that stuff, man. It is really fascinating.
It's a really fascinating time for sure. Very violent time.
Yeah.
So at this point, going back to what you were saying earlier, we get the story of how Tom Hardy's character, lost part of his scalp. Yeah. Whew.
He gives a little dialogue about it.
Yeah, he does.
And it
again,
is chilling.
It is chilling. His character is just, even though he's a piece of shit, terrible human, just not Tom Hardy, but I'm saying the character. Man, he played it so well.
That's not what you told me before we sat down to record.
You said Tom Hardy's a piece of shit.
Tom Hardy's a human piece of shit, and I bet I could out jujitsu him. That's what you said.
There's a point where Hardy goes up to Leo. This is chilling. He goes up to Leo and he's like basically begging him to die.
Yeah, he's like
just let
he's
go.
like, I can put you out of your misery right now. Your boy ain't even got to know. He's like, I can just fucking choke you out or whatever, and you'll just fucking slip into the blackness, and all you got to do is blink.
Yeah, he tells him just all you got to do is blink. But
he sits there in his face for like 2 whole minutes. He's like, all you got to do is blink. Just blink.
Who's not gonna fucking blink at this point?
Everybody's gonna fucking blink. It's a normal bottle. All you gotta do is
goddamn
breathe.
Psychopath.
All you gotta do is breathe.
Right. Yeah. If you just breathe,
breathe,
I'll let you go. So Leo, of course, blinks because he's a human. And Hardy starts to suffocate him. Luckily, Leo's son comes up and stops him. But in the process,
luckily for Leo, I think Leo would have actually preferred
to die.
Right, yeah. Well, I don't know. I have a theory about that as well, which I would like to talk about later. So there are a lot of, I'll just talk about it now because who fucking cares? No, they don't make the rules. I do. There are a lot of like close-ups to Leo's face in the film. And towards the end of the film, well, it is one of the last scenes in the film, his gaze moves directly into the camera.
Yes.
In one of these shots that have been following him the entire time. And I think that the camera signifies death, like this thing that's been looming over him this entire time.
I think you're right.
And eventually he's not afraid to stare it right down the barrel.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's that bit where he's like, I'm going to kill that son of a, I ain't afraid of dying no more.
I've already died once. Yeah.
Yeah. I already done it.
Yeah. Because I think you get this suspicion throughout this entire film that he is going to die. You don't know it for sure. Leo, I'm talking about. Like,
what gave you that idea?
Right. Was it being attacked by the bear?
The fact that no one's ever needed a glass of water more in the world. I low key hate that part about the movie. Like, it gives me such a visceral reaction. I hate the way that it makes me feel, but it is captivating to watch. When there's a bit where, so he's killed, Tom Hardy's killed Leo's
son. Yep.
And Will Poulter comes back and he's like, hey, where's fucking so-and-so? And he's like, I seen 20 re-Indians. We gotta go. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
He's like, what about Glass? He drags him in a hole, covers him with some dirt, and he's like, there, I gave him a Christian burial like you wanted. Let's get the fuck out of here.
And he's still alive, and they both know it, obviously.
He's very much alive. And they hightail it out of there, and then there were no re-Indians.
No.
No, he just made that shit up to get Will Poulter to be like, yeah, okay, we have to go. We have to go. And then fucking Leo rolls over and fucking digs himself out of that hole, and then it's realistically it's probably 4 or 5 minutes, but it feels like an hour and a half of him
just like crawling or yeah.
Just get this dude a fucking drink, man. Like just anything. Just do that. Have you like hold holy fucking shit. It's like he's got Lou Gehrig's disease and he can't fucking...
You have to put emphasis on the situation, I think.
Yeah.
And that's...
That he's dying?
That part, there is a very heartbreaking scene where, you know, he crawls to his son. He eventually finds his son.
Yeah. And he's speaking to him in whatever Pawnee dialect is. Yeah.
And he just tells him he's not going to leave him. Man, that was fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah. Because then he does leave him.
What a piece of shit.
Fucking liar.
You lied.
Fucking liar, Leo.
I like the bit where Poulter quickly realizes that Hardy is lying, you know. He pulls a gun on him, but he's not going to shoot him because he's too big of a chicken shit, I think.
Yeah. What do you think? Look, if you were in that position and you're playing Will Poulter's character, let's say you're 23.
Yeah.
You think you'd fucking killed that dude? I think I might have. I think there is a 51% chance I would have pulled the trigger on that dude.
Me personally, I don't think so. But at that age,
yeah,
I don't know.
Boy, I feel he feels so strongly about like, look, we should just take care of this guy.
Yeah.
And if he dies, he dies.
Right.
But until then, we're going to treat him like he's not going to die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think there are, 2 times where Tom Hardy steals someone's gun? He's pretty good at that.
Yeah, he's a snake,
He's
man.
a snake.
That
so
dude.
he steals Poulter's gun, and it's not even fucking loaded. Right?
No.
What the fuck,
he
dude?
Pulls the hammer down and
to kill Poulter, yeah.
He gives him the old Mike King.
What's the old Mike King?
The good Lord giveth. Click, click, and he taketh away. And then he goes to shoot him. It's just like, click. He's like, yeah, put a little black powder in your gun, actually, if you want it to work.
Fucking dumbass.
Before you fucking pointed at somebody, you stupid asshole.
Oh, man. Yeah, that relationship is something else.
Boy, I tell you. And then, okay, so there's a bit I want to speed through, not because it's not interesting or not noteworthy, but it's just, I feel like it's the bulk of the film that the least happens, is Leo's journey back to civilization.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he's crawling and he's hobbling and he makes himself a little walking stick. And
there's a lot of just him surviving at this point.
It's just him surviving. The one thing that I do want to mention that
is it the neck thing?
It's the neck thing, yeah. The one thing that I do want to mention, so I'm sitting on the couch, I'm watching this with my kid, and we're like, she's like looking at her phone, and I was like, I'm sitting there watching, and I go, oh, and she's like, what happened? And I was like, I described it to her, and she's like, I was like, you want me to take it back? And she's like, yeah. She like thought about it for a minute, and then she's like, no, probably not.
Probably a good call.
It's pretty gross. So he's going to drink some water, but there's blood coming out of his neck because that bear had scratched with its enormous fucking bear claws a hole through his neck, through his esophagus.
Yep.
So there's just a big hole where he can't like eat or drink or whatever. So he's like, oh, I got to do something about this. So he makes a tiny little fire, and there's one thing I really appreciate about the fire.
Okay, let's hear it.
But what happens first is, like, what he's doing is he puts some black powder on the hole on his neck and gets a little lit stick and fucking burns that. He burns his fucking esophagus shut, man.
Yeah.
That is the hardest motherfucker in the world.
Dude, that scene is hard to watch.
What I like about it, though, is that they're like, he's going to make a fire with a flint and tinder, and because this movie's not 6 hours long, they zoom in a little bit,
and then they zoom
and then
out.
the fire catches,
yeah.
And then they zoom back out, and they're like, oh yeah, he made a fire. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. That shit takes forever, dude. It's such a fucking pain in the ass. Yeah, if you're ever going into the woods, take a lighter.
Take a lighter, yeah, exactly.
Take a Bic lighter, baby.
Yep. Save your life.
For real. For real.
Yep.
And you know what? If a Bic lighter gets wet, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Stick it in your pocket upside down. Wait 4 hours.
Should be good.
You'd be good. You'd be flicking in no time.
So Leo has to so at this point Leo has to evade the Ree. They're on his tail, right?
Yep.
Hardy and Poulter, they're checking out a Native American camp that's been raided and burned. They find some horses, so that really helps their journey.
Right.
I like another bit with Hardy where he tells this story about his father finding God was really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it just lets you know like what kind of dude he is, man. He's like my old
how
man,
he grew up, yeah.
My old man used to say he saw God all the time. He was a squirrel, big fat meaty one. He'd say, I ate that some bitch. Like, he just fucking, he's lawless. He's just a lawless, conscienceless individual. He only cares about himself.
Yeah.
Which makes for a good antagonist for somebody who's like very like attuned to like nature and the natural order of things, and a guy that's just surviving and he only cares about his kin. You know what I mean? Very good. But Leo also comes across some horses of his own, because he comes across that French encampment.
Yeah, so before, just real quick, before that, he comes across the gentleman that we were talking about earlier, the Pawnee Native American, who allows him to eat some of the buffalo that I believe he killed, or maybe the wolves killed.
I think the wolves killed. The wolves killed. He killed 2 wolves and set a bush on fire, and they all fucking took off.
Yeah. The Pawnee gentleman, as I like to call him, he allows him to eat some of the meat, and then he lets Leo travel with him. And I really like that. I like how much he helps Leo.
Yeah.
He builds him a fucking sweat lodge, dude.
Fucking A, yeah. Sweat out that fever, baby.
Sweat out that fever.
Yep.
He saved his life.
I'm watching this thing the whole time, and I'm like, you know what? Him actually dragging himself through the snow might be saving his life.
Yeah.
To keep his fever from fucking burning him alive.
Right.
Because, my God, how fucked up would you be after that bear attack? Like, a bear is not sanitary. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, fucking nasty. But yeah, so he's traveling with this guy, and they're like sticking their tongues out, catching snowflakes.
They're being silly billies.
Being silly billies, having a fun time. He makes him a sweat lodge, and then Leo's like, "Oh my God, I'm finally strong enough to make it out on my own."
Yeah, and like walk on his own.
He's like, "Oh man, my Pawnee buddy, he's gone." But then Leo stumbles across him, swinging by the neck from a tree.
Fucking Frenchman killed him.
Fucking Frenchies
Those
killed him.
French pieces of shits.
Those bag wet eating sons of bitches. Lint liquor.
You lint liquor.
So the fucking, he gets in there and he gets a horse, but he sees the
oh, he's about to leave.
Yeah, he is about to just fuck off, and he sees this fucking French guy trying to get his bag wet. And some of that,
his bag wet.
Yeah, he's trying to get his bag wet. And some of that Native American poontang, and he's like, I fucking ain't cool with this. So he shoves a gun in the back of the dude's head, and he's like, don't fucking move if you like
your meat sack.
Yeah, don't move if you like
your meat sack.
Your meat sack. I was trying to think of another French word.
Oh,
I was trying to think of a word for bathroom, but I couldn't pull it together. Couldn't pull it out of my ass. And anyway, he tells the girl,
I can't remember how to say it. Powaka or Powakwa, something like that.
Anna Paquin. He tells her, he's like, hey, fucking get this knife, hold it on this guy. He's like, I'm going to take some horses. I'm going to give her a knife.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just probably going to die. And she's like, I'll cut your fucking balls off to that French guy.
And she does.
And then he gets on a horse and rides the fuck out, shoots a couple of Frenchies on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like later. So before Leo makes it back to civilization, there's this fort, and it goes back to the fort, and there's a French guy there, and he's like, "Oh my God," he's like, "We were raided or whatever. Please, some food." And they're like, "What happened?" He's like, "Oh, we were raided by the Ree,"
mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Oh," and he was from that camp,
the French, Frenchman.
He was from the French camp, so the Ree raided that camp looking for the chief's daughter, and obviously found her, and they were literally 10 minutes.
Heels,
but
yeah.
Just ride on Leo's fucking heels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, he must be slow as fuck because they had horses and shit, and he's been like crawling.
Right. There's a point just before that I want to mention where he is being chased. Leo is being chased by the Ree, and they drive him off of a cliff. He's on his horse, and he's driven off of a cliff by the Ree. The horse obviously falls to its death. But Leo's fall is kind of broken by... He falls into a tree.
Yeah.
So that's essentially how he survives. And then he has to eviscerate the dead horse to take shelter.
Climb inside that motherfucker, which is weird because like I'm sitting there watching it with my kid. I was like, there's a bit where they kill another large animal. And I was like, probably should crawl inside of that thing. She's like, ew. I was like...
That's how you survive.
Whatever, beats fucking freezing to death, don't it?
Mm-hmm. So eventually, like you said, the Frenchman, he makes it to the fort, tells him what happens, tells him where this all went down. The captain and several men, they go out to check the area, and they find fucking Leo, baby.
Yeah.
And the captain at this point, he realizes that Tom Hardy's full of shit. And they get back to the what was it called? The fort something. I don't remember.
Fort something sounds good.
Fort something sounds good, right? Fort fucking Kiowa.
Kiowa.
Yeah, that's it. Located on the Missouri River, Daniel.
On the Missouri.
Between Chamberlain, South Dakota, and the Big Bend of the Missouri.
We could walk there.
You think?
Because we're in Missouri now.
We're not walking to South Dakota, bro.
No, you just walk. You just walk to the Mississippi and head north until you get to the Missouri, and then take a left.
There you go. Pass a couple trees.
Get you up there.
Get you up there, boy. The fucking captain gets back to the fort. Tom Hardy's bailed. He's heading to Texas. He clears the fucking captain's safe too. That son of a bitch.
Domhnall Gleeson's mad about that. What did it didn't show him like getting off with the money though, because I can't imagine how like $800,
maybe $800 because he already got $300.
Would it be like 12 duffel bags though, because a dollar used to be the size of an American flag?
It's like this.
They were big, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know how big they were, but they were big.
Leo gets back, though, and Domhnall Gleeson's like, give this man a doctor. And they get him to the doctor. He comes in to check on him, and he's like, I'm going with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going after that son of a bitch. And he's like, why? He's like, he run off, man. He's scared. He's scared. I already got him. He just don't know it yet.
He don't know it, yeah.
That's what elk do. They run off in the thick of the woods fast as they can, and then they just lay down and wait.
Yep. I think he says... Oh, this is where Leo says, I'm not afraid to die anymore. I've done it already. So, I mean, as you might expect in a film like this, Leo does find his man.
Yep. I really like the clever use of Domhnall Gleeson's body when they split up.
The decoy that Leo creates to attract Tom Hardy's character.
It's fucking sick.
It's fucking cool. Because you see him first take this big branch. And you're like, what the hell is he doing with this branch? It's to make Domhnall Gleeson's character sit up on the horse and make it look like a man is riding the horse.
Yeah.
And that's the decoy. And Hardy falls for it. He shoots the captain, goes down to check, and Leo's there. And then they tussle, man. Boom.
They tussle hard as fuck. Gruesome.
Yeah, this part's gruesome. Yeah, they exchange some blows for sure. Leo's got an axe. Tom Hardy has a knife.
Cuts off two.
Dude, when he cuts off, two of his fingers.
Hardy's finger. Like, there's so much, like, I'm doing a lot of wincing during this last scene. I'm like, oh, God, when he stabs him, like, right in the back of the knee.
Oh,
like, right, it's above the knee. It's, like, in your thigh, but, like, by your knee pit.
Mm.
Oh, and
Meaty.
he uses that leverage to, like, climb him, like,
It's brutal, man. This whole part, but in the end, he basically passes off
he's like, I'm not going to kill this guy.
Yeah.
It's, revenge is up to the fate.
Yeah.
When he sees these Indians.
The captain, or not the captain, the chief, sorry.
They're like 60 yards away. So he pushes Tom Hardy's still alive body into the river. It floats 60 yards, and then they obviously kill him.
They scalp him, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whew. And they pass Leo. They let him go because he helped the chief's daughter escape. And like you were saying earlier, I really like how you mentioned this. So he first sees a vision of his wife, and then he stares into the camera because, as you kind of alluded to, the camera is death, like looking straight ahead.
Yeah.
I really like. Yeah, I think that's. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but I hope so.
I think I dwelled on it for a while. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I watched.
I knew in that moment that he's there. He's gonna die.
That's a pivotal moment. Something changed in him at that. Like when that happened, he's different on the other side of that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, fucking good movie. I think. How many of Tom Hardy's heads? If you had 10 thumbs and all those thumbs were just the top of Tom Hardy's head with that weird haircut,
it wouldn't. It's not going to be bears. We're not doing bears.
We can do bears if you want. I just thought Tom Hardy's haircut was funnier.
That is pretty funny.
It is like when you look at it, you're like,
ew,
because it's greasy and matted and half of it's missing. It's just not a good look.
Just shave it, bro.
Embarrassing, yeah.
Embarrassing.
Shave it. Embrace it, dude. Coward.
So we're doing ham tardy, not post. Ham tardy halfway scalped heads.
Ham tardy.
Ham tardy
half scalped head thumbs.
Man, I gotta go 10.
Yeah, I 9.5 for me. 9.5 for me. It's just like there are. Boy, I wished I would have looked it up and they'd have been like, all that happened, and it would be a perfect 10 for me. I'm like,
yeah.
I know that it's the work of fiction, described as true, blah 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 blah. Yeah.
I think it's just
I'm having a hard time rationalizing 9.5 now that I'm thinking about it.
I think it's
I'm gonna do 10 also.
For me, it's just the presentation of this story. I know it's not. They're like rewatch value pretty limited. I think like this is. Yeah, I think so because
it's kind of a task to watch.
Yeah, I've only seen this twice now.
Yeah.
So that the rewatchability is definitely not there.
Yeah.
But I think it's just such a good work of art. Even if it is a little, it kind of pushes the truth a little bit.
Oh yeah. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. It works for the story. Yeah, I think I'm going to join you on the full 10. Full tenor.
Cinematography, just the use of... So apparently, I guess they used just almost all natural light. I guess there was one scene at a campfire where they had to use some specific lighting. But other than that, that's why I guess it took so long to shoot this film, is they only use natural light. So they could only shoot for a certain amount of hours in a day. Right?
Right. Yeah. Well, what do you get? 3 hours? 4 hours?
4 hours, I think,
especially
in a day.
Up there in the Dakotas in those forests, man. You got from probably 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. No, well, if they're doing spring or winter, the window's even shorter. Probably 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. I was going to go into some trivia on this. I think we're running a little long, so I won't. But I will say, if you've watched this, look into the trivia. There's some really interesting stuff. If you haven't, fucking watch this movie.
You know what? If we come back and Grizzly 2 Revenge just doesn't have much going for it, then we'll do that.
We'll get into some trivia.
But yeah, I think we're going to go tie one. I'm about to piss my pants. So
Same.
We'll be right back after we pee and watch a movie and have a couple of drinks and maybe some pizza. Bye-bye.
We're gonna get up in it, boy.
Hey, we're back from the break of the
First half.
of the first half of the. I meant to do this. I meant to do that bit like a really long time ago. I just didn't.
Just didn't get around to it.
Yeah, we're back. We watched Grizzly Roman numeral 2 : The Revenge, which is a not rated 2020 horror suspense. 1 hour, 37-minute runtime. It's not that long. No, it's like 2 hours, 15.
Did you say 2 hours?
Hour
15?
Hour 15. It's got an 2.8 out of 10 on IMDb. I can't fucking talk anymore. It's got an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
An 8?
Google user rating was around like 50, high 50s, I think, when we looked it up earlier.
Oh, there's a reason for that.
Oh, there is a reason for that. Stars. Okay, let me do this in the correct order of billing. Steve Inwood, Deborah Raffin, Deborah Foreman. Ooh, a couple of dual Deborahs there. John Rhys Davies, Louise Fletcher, Charlie Sheen, Laura Dern, and
I like how you just rushed through those two.
and George Clooney. A couple of people you've maybe never heard of. I think it's so fun that George Clooney, Laura Dern, and Charlie Sheen are in this for 45 seconds. And then the rest of the movie is like half shot in 2020 and half shot in 1983.
Okay. This is one of the most bizarre things I've ever watched.
But what's it about?
I don't know.
Yeah, me
No,
neither.
I'm just kidding.
We were watching, I was like, oh, Concert 2.
The movie.
The movie, yeah.
This is about a grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Bear, grizzly, nice to meet you. So this bear's cub is killed, right? So the bear gets fucking revenge too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Along with somebody else, maybe.
Fucking poachers, dude.
I'm telling you.
You know?
What are they?
They're gonna poach.
Are they?
Poachers gonna poach.
I didn't see him poach anything. They just seem like 4 gay redneck dudes in the woods being like, hey,
Okay, so
we're out here by ourselves.
Yeah, we're just playing grab ass.
We're playing grab ass, literally playing grab ass, like 4 dudes in their like mid 40s.
All right,
I'm gonna check your oil. You know what I mean? So weird.
So this is half a grizzly bear killing a bunch of people, half a concert, a big rock concert. Was originally shot in 1983 and finished in like 2020.
Yeah, that tracks.
This is so bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you liked it. It's a passion project I've been working on since before I was born, actually.
So on the wiki page, it says originally filmed in Hungary, in 1983.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. The release was put on hold for many decades. The film
release was put on hold for many decades.
That got you, didn't it?
Yeah.
The film premiered at the 2020 Hollywood Real Independent Film Festival and was released on January 8, 2021 through VOD. So I have it here also on Wiki.
Boy, who rented this on demand during the pandemic? It was just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Am I tripping? Principal photography with the tentative title The Predator was completed in 1983. The producer, Joseph Ford Proctor of Procter & Gamble, I don't know.
Well, I was like, God damn.
He left the scene after the first day.
Boy, misinformation is dangerous because I was just about to be like, holy shit, full send. Procter & Gamble made this? Weird choice.
So, did you hear what I said?
Say it again.
The producer left the scene after the first day of shooting and never returned. There were no funds to continue filming.
Okay.
So that's what happened.
They shot all that shit in a day?
That's what I was thinking. Like, wait. They shot everything from 83 in a day? That's not right.
No, that can't be. I mean, production had to have gone longer than that with or without a director. Surely somebody would have stepped up and been like, well, I guess let's shoot some stuff so we don't get sued.
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure IMDb says shot over like 45 days or some shit like that.
Wow.
I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's still fucking cool.
It's
unique.
Oh, it is. That.
Let's talk about the bit that everybody wants to know about. Let's talk about the bit with Charlie Sheen, Laura Dern, and fucking George Clooney.
The top? You want to go from the top?
Let's go from the top. Look, they're hiking up a mountain, and then they get there, and they're having a camp out, and that's it.
You're not wrong.
Nope, that's it. Yep. So the
and then
rest
they get
of the
attacked
movie,
by a bear and they're killed. It doesn't. That's what's weird is it doesn't show. Or I don't think it did. It showed Charlie Sheen dying. I think from the bear attack.
Yeah,
but I don't remember if it showed George Clooney and Laura Dern because they were like a couple in this.
It fucking everything in like, okay, this movie is entertaining. Just like if you like movies, if you're just like, oh yeah, are you a person that likes movies? Yes, I like movies. I think you would like this because it is just so interesting to watch and go, what? Like we took it back 6 or 7 times.
Oh, probably.
Just
I was going to say 10 times.
Probably 10, yeah. But 6 or 7 times purely to just go, well, I just watched that, but I don't understand what happened. So let's take it back again. And you didn't miss anything. It just, what happened didn't make any sense.
Oh, you know.
It's interesting from that perspective, though, because it gives you a good line on, like, why good movies work properly.
Yeah.
And why they're interesting and compelling and like, narratively sound versus this. Which is just a fucking mess.
The first thing that let's talk about the opening too.
Oh, let's.
It confused so we didn't know that this actually came out in 2020 until about 40 minutes into the film. Because we kept seeing this footage and we were like, okay, this footage
would just see
was shot in 2020 or like, whatever.
Yeah, nature footage, flyovers. We're like, this looks
crisp and new.
Yeah, this is crispy. Like what?
It's a crispy boy.
Because you're going from that to footage from 1983, shot on a fucking regular film camera. I mean, I assume. I don't know.
Yeah,
and I don't care enough about the facts to find out. But it's very jarring when you're watching it. But once you know that it was literally shot decades apart to finish the film, it kind of makes sense.
Does it though?
It kind of sort of makes sense, but it makes sense why you're seeing so much of it. Because they're like, oh, there's not enough here to make a movie. So you snuck in 40 minutes of like bears playing in a field.
Right, yeah.
A bear climbing a tree.
Bro.
Some nice grass.
Bro. They're really trying to cash in on this Grizz 2.
Why, what you got? Let's see. Oh, they got shirts. Damn, they are $40? Get fucked,
for
man.
A fucking t-shirt?
Get fucked, bro.
$70 for a sweatshirt. Not even a hoodie.
Yeah, get fucked.
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Wait, is it made from Grizzly Bear?
$67 for a hoodie, but $70 for a sweatshirt. That's a little backwards.
Huh.
Okay.
St. John's Bay?
You're right. The beginning. The opening. That's when we were. I was like, okay, this is not from 1983. This is like new footage.
Yeah.
And then
you
all
were
of a sudden,
you were like, this is the wrong movie.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You're
well,
like,
hold on, let's
you're
see.
like, hang on.
Because it said, like, George Clooney,
Yeah,
Laura Dern,
Charlie Sheen.
And they're in it for
say
realistically,
5 minutes.
4 minutes, 5 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
But it's just this beautiful nature footage. And then that bullet.
Oh man, a CGI bullet killing a bear. Like that that opening footage is supposed to be the cub getting killed and the mama bear getting shot. But none of that is clear.
No.
And then when the movie picks up, already people have died that you don't know about.
Yeah.
And it's the guy that shot the cub and the mama bear. Like, that's who died.
Yeah, that's who died. Yeah.
But you never see them or, like, know who it is or none of that.
This is insane.
None of that.
I'm loving it, though.
So the movie starts, and then Charlie Sheen and them get killed.
Yep.
And then when you're like an hour and 10 minutes into the movie, they're like, there was another murder. It just killed 3 teenagers.
Yeah.
Did it? It was news to me that you were like, oh, it killed some poacher. Where?
When?
Yeah, when did that happen? Shoot that in 2019 or whatever. Yeah, boy, narratively, this thing is a fucking train wreck. But boy, howdy, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, man. We've been killing it lately.
Yeah.
With the bad movies.
Yeah, I think so. We thought about watching Grizzly 1, but
yeah,
it seems like it's probably a marginally better film.
Probably.
But we wanted to stay true to our roots and not watch the first movie in a series of movies, so they chronologically make sense because we want to view them objectively.
Yeah.
Not because we're fucking stupid. If that's what you were thinking. It's not that.
Wouldn't it be funny if we just, like, for a good movie, we just watched a sequel, but we've never seen the
Right.
We're stupid. We're stupid.
Dunkirk 2. D-Day again. Did you see the thing where somebody asked fucking Christopher Nolan if there was going to be a sequel to Oppenheimer?
Oh, man. Do you think we'll ever do you think Oppenheimer really needs to be covered?
Sorry, super snotty. I don't know, man.
I'm just curious.
I really, really like it. I guess I am going to give Oppenheimer a second watch. Probably like give me a couple more weeks to decompress. I'm going to give it a second watch. And if on my second watch, I'm like, I got to fucking talk to somebody about this.
Yeah.
Then yes.
Yeah. I could see us doing it one day, but
that's just what this platform is for me. Like when I watch a thing and I'm like, I want to talk to somebody about this.
Yeah.
It happens on the show.
Right. So,
but yeah, good movie. Oppenheimer.
All right. So where are we at in this? Just a lot of,
I don't know.
A lot of
so here's
the Grizz killing people.
Here's what happens. You get a lot of still like pictures of a bear just going "Rawr!" and then people just randomly being like, I'm dying.
It's like somebody hitting a button for what a grizzly bear sounds like.
Yeah.
For the sound, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Rawr.
But then they just keep they're pressing it too fast.
Yeah.
So it's like roaring over itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's going on with the Grizz meter.
The editing in this is atrocious, and I'm here for it.
It's fucking so bizarre.
There's a scene where one of the guys is running from a bear, or running from the bear, I guess.
A lot of this is a concert.
Yeah, we'll get into that. There's a
Okay.
scene where a guy is running from a bear, and he runs down a hill, and then it cuts to him running up a hill, and then it cuts to him running
sliding down a hill,
down
and then
a hill.
he's diving in a hole in a cave.
Man.
It just...
And then just
We can't describe it for you as hilarious as it is, but while you're watching it, it is a fucking hoot. Like I'm gonna strongly recommend this one for your list. Also, hour 15, it's not a big investment,
especially if you can watch it on something that's not Paramount Plus.
Yeah, Paramount Plus is fucking having a hard time. They're fucking trying to take the title from HBO as far as like worst streaming service.
HBO is not the worst streaming service.
Fucking not anymore, baby.
Amazon fucking sucks.
Is Amazon bad?
It's terrible.
Oh man, I haven't had Amazon in a while.
Yeah.
But it's just because like when the last season of The Boys ended, I was like, meh.
Yeah. You don't need it for anything else,
care
really.
about anything else. Yeah, like it's weird. They're like, it's $100 a year, and you fucking get your shipping free 2 days. You get free 2 day shipping anyway.
For $35? No, you don't. You just get free shipping if you spend a certain amount.
We get free shipping, free 2 day shipping on almost everything we buy, just off of like coincidence alone, I guess. So I don't know. It doesn't make a difference to us financially.
Yeah.
But that being said, I know the new Boys of the season finished shooting. So, gonna have to pony up at some point.
We'll see. All right, back to Revenge. Back to Grizzly Revenge.
Yep.
Grizzly 2 Revenge.
Did you drink the milk?
Okay, let's talk
from
about
my cocoa nut.
Let's talk about.
Did you drink the milk from my cocoa nut?
He's literally singing a song from this movie.
That's how it goes too, and that was pitch perfect, by the way. I know I don't have pitch perfect hearing, but in this one example in my lifetime, that I did have it for just then. Did you put the milk in my cocoa nut? Coconut milk. Did you drink it? Taste it?
So, yeah, let's talk.
That's 5 minutes of the movie. Is that?
Let's talk about the concert.
Okay.
First of all, we didn't realize that rehearsals were not the concert. You know what I mean? Like
it just started, at some point, it was just like, oh, they're doing rehearsals, and then all of a sudden, it's dark and there are thousands of people there.
Well, it did show some people showing up, but what I'm saying is like
30. Showed 30 people.
There was a full crowd eventually, but what I'm saying is when the rehearsal started, I was like, is this the concert? You know what I mean? Like
broad daylight, like Woodstock, maybe?
Right.
Yeah.
What was the one song by the guy?
Oh, God, he's like, beautiful, clean, and pure. Ooh,
that's what you are.
Everybody's flat. They didn't get one singer.
Right.
In the whole thing, they just grabbed a guy and go, can you sing? And he went,
kind of.
He went, a little bit. I'm a free bird. Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. And they went, you're perfect.
Pure, kind, and something else.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Hell
something
yeah.
like that.
It's fucking horny, man. I like that. Sing that to my old lady when we get out of here. See if that'll get it moist.
Get the juices flowing.
Yeah, get the juices flowing.
I think the concert bits were
tired as fuck, forced.
But again,
too deliberate.
Again, I love it.
Clashed with the time periods. There's one that's just like a ska band from 3 years ago.
I think you were right whenever, so.
I'm like, they're playing, they're old as fuck, and I'm like, oh, it's good to see the Bosstones are looking good.
The mighty Bosstones. So most of the artists are from the original shooting, 1983. But then, this band shows up all of a sudden, and they're clearly from 3 years, right around current day.
Yeah.
I think you were right as far as someone got the rights to this.
Yep.
To help that band out, or to try to help
or the band.
Maybe the band. I kind of want to find out who the band is.
Maybe the band got the rights to it. Like maybe somebody in the band, their uncle owned the rights and left it to them, and they're like, "Holy shit, this is a platform where we could try to get our music out there."
Right.
Which was mid as fuck. I wouldn't quit your day job at GameStop.
Dumb money.
Did you watch that?
No.
Okay, I did.
Is it good?
We'll talk about it.
Okay. And what you watching?
We'll talk about it in the next segment of the Just kidding. Psych.
Just kidding.
Psych.
Gotcha.
JK. JK, everybody. We're going to continue this regular programming for at least 6 more minutes.
6 more minutes. I like it. Yeah, lots of really terrible 80s music.
Lots of terrible current music.
Lots of terrible current music.
Just an awful concert. It's funny, the bits where they're panning through the concert, they're like, some of it's like, oh, this is 1983, and some of it you're like, that's 2019.
Yeah.
That's like people with that haircut where they've got the shaved on the sides. Yeah. You know what I mean? Most of the way up, you're like, what? This guy doesn't fit in here. And then the main character, like cop guy with his big wavy, like White Goodman hair from Dodgeball. Come on. Oh, it's just a fucking train wreck of a movie.
Okay, so it says, as of August 2020, Gravitas Ventures represents the movie worldwide and released the film. So whoever Gravitas is,
Gravy Tots.
I want to know who decided, hey, you know what? We're going to make this movie happen. All we got to do is film 30 minutes of bullshit and release this sucker.
Oh, Gravitas Worldwide Ltd. closed.
No, it's Gravitas Ventures.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, Gravitas Worldwide Ltd. is closed.
Well, sorry about you.
They only had a 2.0 rating on Google, though, so that's not good.
What is that, a business?
Gravitas Ventures. Let's find out. Is an all-rights independent film distributor bringing you the movies you want in theaters and on demand. Is Gravitas Ventures legit? That's the most frequently asked question. Founded in 2006, Gravitas is one of the largest all-rights distributors, often being referred to as a catalog distributor. The company releases around 300 titles a year, which would presume around 25 titles per month, and has acquired staff of 3, according to their website.
Their staff is 3 people, so the people in that band?
Has an acquisition staff of 3.
Oh.
Yeah, so I left that out. Oh, shit. Gravitas Ventures was acquired by Anthem Sports and Entertainment for $73 million on November 15th of 2021. So this is right after or before the release of Grizzly 2 Revenge.
Okay.
This deal was done in cash and stock. Huh. Cool. You know what I like is when a huge company buys a slightly smaller company. It's like my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I want one day for everything to just be one big company. You know what I mean? I just want one group of people in a sweaty boardroom to tell me what I like. You know, if somebody could just take the confusion out of that for me, that'd be fantastic. I wouldn't have to do this podcast anymore. I would just go, Marvel movies are the best.
I think there will be one company one day
that buys everything.
Who's it going to be?
Fuck, Bezos.
Meta.
Bezos or Meta, or it could be fuck, I fucked that
Apple.
up.
It'd be
everything will be the Apple Amazon.
Apple book.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Grizzly 2.
I'm about done with it. My favorite part of Grizzly 2, it's been 6 minutes since I called it, I think, maybe. My favorite part of Grizzly 2, no lie, is like the last minute of it when it shows that grizzly bear like dead, impaled on that thing, and you're like, what the fuck? We rewound it twice? We're like, what the hell happened here? Well, we were both watching it. We weren't looking at our phones or anything, but it's just like the bear shows up, shit starts exploding, and people are like, holy fuck, look at that bear. And then it just is dead all of a sudden.
I think the idea was that the guy lured the bear. Lured the bear into an electric fence or something, or a fence that
he lured him into a caution high voltage.
Yeah,
sign.
Right. And that's what did him in.
That's what did him in. They get the best of you.
Yeah. This is so fun. I love this movie.
Yeah,
I kind of want to own this.
How many? You know what? I'm thinking about it too. Oh, speaking of which, I know we're back after Christmas. This is the first time I've seen you since the holidays, by the way.
Yeah.
I got you a couple little tiny little Christmas presents.
Aww.
They're still in transit. But
Hey.
you got me this amazing "Got That Dog in Me" shirt that just has like pit bulls in a set of human lungs, like on an X-ray. It's immaculate.
Yeah.
And I see you're wearing a shirt that says "I got that dog in me" that has a Kirkland signature hot dog from Costco on it.
Yeah, that's
also pretty fucking good.
It's a gift from my lovely girlfriend.
But I did get you a movie also.
Oh,
which
shit.
I can't believe I fucking forgot about.
You got me a movie?
I got you a movie and a shirt.
It's not.
Don't even try to guess it. I'll never tell.
It's not. Is it
right,
Frogtown?
I'll tell you right after the show.
Is it Frogtown?
No, it's not Frogtown. It's Frogtown 2.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck! It's not.
I knew it.
It's not.
Is it New York Ninja?
No, it's not New York Ninja.
Hey,
But,
so
yeah, I think this is a good one, man. How many dead, sprawled out giant grizzly bears would you give this out of 10 if that's what your thumbs were?
you don't want to do. So you're doing dead,
We
sprawled
could do
out.
if all your fingers were thumbs and all those thumbs were just rednecks playing grab ass in the woods, just trying to suck each other's dicks. How many would you give this out of 10?
Man, this is kind of perfect to me.
Buddy.
Is it a 10?
I would watch it again tomorrow. I'd watch it again after this, honestly. It was a hoot.
I feel like it's probably a 10.
It's a real hit at the Owl Convention, and I think I'm also going to go solid 10.
We got a perfect episode?
I think we got a fucking perfect app.
Another?
That's 2. Been doing this for 3 years.
This is peak, just dumb, awful. I'm talking about the bad movie, of course.
Yeah.
It's just, it's hard for me to not give it a 10 because of how much fun we had.
Like The Revenant, I kind of can't not give it a 10 because I can't fault it, and there wasn't anything I didn't like about it.
Yeah.
This, I can fault it all day. This episode could be 4 hours long of me making fun of Grizzly to Revenge.
Revenge. Yeah.
I'm not going to do that to you because that would be Patreon content. So please check out our Patreon, patreon.com/itsjusttwomovies, of which there is no new content on there, though. There is some stuff you can listen to, but we haven't updated it in quite some time. It would be a waste of your money, if I'm being honest. Much like renting this movie, but you know what? It might be worth... If you feel like you're gonna watch it, just buy it to own the physical copy. Because if you watch it and you fucking hate it, then give it to your friend.
Who loves shitty
Because
bad
they
movies.
might fucking love it. I mean, this is kind of perfect in the worst fucking way possible. My biggest complaint with the entire movie is not that it doesn't make sense. I actually find that quite entertaining. It's the music. Is the fucking worst part. Like, is the part that I'm like kind of like, boy, I could really do without that. Or I wish this whole movie was 6 minutes shorter and they just cut all the music in half.
Like the music from the concert?
Yes.
Oh, I loved it.
You loved it.
It was awful.
I loved how awful it was. That's what I'm saying, though. It was like they could count it in half. They could cut it in half. Because
I want more.
I can't understand half of it anyway.
I want more. I want him to step on the fucking pedal.
It's like those kids in a choir when one of the kids doesn't know all the words and they're like, all right, imagine you're doing the Pink Floyd music video and you're like, we don't need no. You just kind of mumble but they're all doing that, so it just sounds like mud.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Oh, fucking weird movie though. Yeah, perfect episode, perfect double tens.
It's so good.
Let's go ahead and hit the next segment of the show.
Hey, what you watching?
Joe Birdman, what you been watching?
Oh fuck, I'm not prepared for
I've
this.
been watching porn.
Oh, gross.
I'm not Harry Potter, but I got them Hogwarts.
Stop. 37 years in the making, by the way, it says on the DVD release.
No rush. No rush. Take your time.
And if you want to own the DVD of Grizzly 2 Revenge, Grizzly 2 : Revenge, : Revenge.
That's a different movie, I think.
Blu-ray, it's only $24.95.
That's not bad.
On grizzly2revenge.com.
Yeah. And it's only 3 times that much for a sweatshirt without a hood.
I wonder if it's on Amazon for
I don't know. How much is a used one? Can I buy a used shirt?
Can I buy a used shirt? eBay, baby.
Can I get it for like $17, $18 instead of $48? Get fucked.
Get fucked. Okay, Grizzly 2. Ooh, there's a DVD on Am. Oh, no, it's the same price.
Same price?
Yep. Okay. I've been watching. Carrie and I just finished Righteous Gemstones, the newest season.
Oh yeah. We didn't really talk about it, but you mentioned it before we sat down to record. What? How was it? How does it rank on your seasons of Righteous Gemstones scale?
It's going to be a last.
Ooh.
It's starting to run its course, unfortunately. It's getting the jokes are getting a little tired. There were some really fucking funny points. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Still worth a watch if I'm already that far in.
Yeah.
I think I'm 2 episodes in, maybe 3 into the latest season.
Okay. I would say go ahead and finish it. To me, though, they didn't utilize the massive talent that they had. Just...
Are you talking about Danny McBride, John Goodman?
No, just like when they have, special guests for the this new season has Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of Steven Dorff, who wasn't in it enough, in my personal opinion. And then the same with Shea Wiggum.
God, speaking of Steven Dorff, I watched Blade the other day.
Yeah?
Holds up.
Of course it does. It's Blade.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, so, I don't know. They need to do something different with Gemstones, for sure. Somebody needs to die. They need to switch something up. Like, the formula is just getting a little...
Have a funeral, and then let's have a family feud.
Yeah.
Because that's what the show does best. Is like, look at all these fucking super wealthy, religiously righteous fucking people, and look at how terrible they are.
Right.
That's the best part.
Mm-hmm.
But they were getting a little too Sopranos for my taste at the end of last season.
Yeah.
And the new season seemed to be off to a better start, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait till it's over, so I can binge it in like 2 days.
It's been over, I think. Yeah. So.
Okay. All right.
I would say check it out, finish it, but not up to par as far as. Other than that,
yeah.
Been watching Jury Duty.
I watched all of Jury Duty.
You finished it?
In 1 day.
Nice.
I just binged the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Wow. What an experience.
So, if you're not familiar, Jury Duty is a TV series on Freevee and Amazon. I think those are essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hidden camera show about a juror who doesn't realize that everyone around him is an actor, and it is fantastic.
I like the way, because James Marsden is in it as himself.
Yeah.
And the guy is like, oh, I thought you looked familiar. Like, just doesn't know James Marsden. But you know what, man? A lot of people do not give a flying fuck about movies.
No, they don't. It's insane. Some people are like, who? I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, he's like, I'm in the new Sonic movie. He's like, oh, with Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know it was voiced by fucking... the guy, I can't remember his name.
James Marsden?
No, not James Marsden. He's in fucking Parks and Recreation. He becomes...
Ben...
Schwartz.
Schwartzy.
Yeah. But he's like, I had no idea Ben Schwartz voiced him. And he's like, yeah, he's great. Like, he just never said anything complimentary about James Marsden being in that movie.
Did you rent it or did you buy it?
I was like, it was streaming. He's like, if you would have bought it.
He's like, I'll get $1 from that.
I'd get $1.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Man.
If you'd bought it, I'd have got $1.
Yeah, check out Jury Duty. It's free on Freevee, hence the title, you know.
It's got ads, but man, just a smooth fucking playthrough.
Yeah.
Like it's
we
over.
Haven't finished
it's over
it.
in no time.
We have one episode left. So we know that like the jig is up, you know, he did that bit at the end.
Oh yeah.
But
the last episode's like then you've seen it all.
Yeah,
the
it's
last
probably
episode is
like,
just them being like, you know what? You're a fucking good dude. You're a good dude. Everybody here is inspired by you. We appreciate you, and let's show you how we made the show.
Yeah.
And then they fucking
just go through
walking
everything.
around and like show you how they make the show. It's very cool, actually.
Yeah.
But the story's over,
right?
Effectively. Yeah. Man, just great stuff. But that guy, where do you find it? Where do you find somebody like that to be in your show? Like, who knew that guy to be like, I know the perfect guy?
It was a Craigslist thing.
What?
They put it on Craigslist and he responded to it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
God,
it's wild.
What's his name? He needs to be protected at all costs.
Oh, he's getting a deal with.
I saw him on a commercial.
Yeah, he's getting a deal with the studio, I think.
Fucking A,
yeah,
man.
Ronald something.
Oh, dude, he's so endearing.
Yeah. So check out Jury Duty on Freevee. Other than that, man, I have been gaming a lot. I can't remember if I talked about finishing Alan Wake 2. I know I've talked about it a little bit on the show.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. If you have, it's been a few weeks. It's been a little bit.
I finished that. Just 10 out of 10. Fantastic game. What's really fucking cool about Alan Wake 2 is once you finish it, you can start a new game plus, which a lot of games have, but it changes the story slightly.
Ooh.
And it recognizes that you're playing a new game plus. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain if you're not familiar with the universe, but really fucking cool, neat idea.
And the one video game podcast I listened to, all of them gave it very glowing reviews.
Did they like it?
It showed up on all 3 of their Game of the Year flags, I think.
Yeah, dude. One of the best games I've ever played. I know you probably won't play it because you're a bitch.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, sure am.
Maybe someday.
You didn't even finish the first one, did you?
Maybe someday I'll do meth and decide to get into scary games, but I just can't do it.
It's not that. Well, it's pretty fucking. It's worse than the first one.
Oh, there's not a chance. You bring your shit over someday and like play it for me.
Will you watch me play it?
100%. That doesn't bother me at all. I
Yeah.
get fucking blasted watching you play it. Fucking just pound a 12-pack and be like, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, brother.
Look out, it's coming around that corner, Birdman.
Oh, man. So, yeah, such a good game. What else? Oh, so before Alan Wake 2 came out, there was a game called Control made by the same studio. They tied in those 2 games. So I'm going back and I'm playing Control now. And then after that, I'll play Alan Wake 2 again.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I knew that the 2 were tied together and that there were like Easter eggs in each for the other.
Super cool. I think that's about it. Oh, we watched a not very good movie on Netflix. I think I told you about it. The fuck was that called? Something stupid. Fair Play. Was that what it was? Fair Play, yeah. It was, man, it started off really promising.
What's that about?
It's about a couple this couple works at a hedge fund and they start competing for a new position, like a management position. Starts off really good and then just fucking went downhill fast. Just unbelievable, cheesy drama.
Yeah. I watched Dumb Money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
You know what, man? There's a lot of mixed reviews out there for it. I fucking had a blast with it.
Would you do it for the show? Would I like it?
I would do it for the show. Yeah, if you were interested.
Would I like it?
If you want to do it for Brand January, I think you might be into it. Like, here's the thing. Historically, since I have been alive, Wall Street Bets and all the, forgive my language, retard apes that took down and butt-fucked Melvin Capital, it's like my favorite thing that's ever happened since I have been alive. Now, of course, their other rich friends came along and fucking bailed them out. That's what rich people do.
Yeah.
But it just is, it's like such a fucking hard-ass underdog story where all the broke people in the United States that were like, I don't have any fucking money, were like, you know what? Fuck these people. I'll put my last $82 towards this cause. And I felt that. You know what I mean? Like it's got some gravitas. But I quite enjoyed it, man. I thought Paul Dano was fucking electric.
He's great in everything.
In the way that he's the most subdued he's ever been because he's playing this character.
Yeah.
It just, boy, it is something to behold. There are so many fantastic people in it. Seth Rogen's in it. God, the guy from fucking Parks and Rec. Ron
Swanson?
Ron Swanson. What's his fucking name? I can't think of it. He's in it. Pete Davidson's in it. Probably.
Oh, talking about Nick Offerman?
Nick Offerman. Pete Davidson's in it. Just very, very funny. This giant star-studded cast of fucking huge people. Paul Dano. Just to mention a few, the gal that plays Paul Dano's wife, she's incredible, but I cannot remember her name.
Is it Pete Davidson? Got him.
Got him.
Are you talking about America Ferrera?
No, but she's in it also. Yeah, she's fantastic. It's a redheaded gal, kind of like auburn hair.
Talia Ryder?
Maybe.
Sebastian Stan's in it?
Sebastian
Nice.
Stan's in it, yeah.
Clancy Brown? I like old Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown, Sebastian Stan's got a soul patch.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, a little flavor saver. You know what I'm saying? For when he's eating a butthole. I quite liked it. I liked it a lot, honestly. If you wanted to cover that on the show, I'd be down to cover it. I think you have to rent it for now. I don't think it's streaming free
Fuck
anywhere
that,
yet.
dude.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
I watched Leave the World Behind. That new...
yeah, I heard it was not very good. Or not.
I don't know. I liked it. I liked it. Do I think it's worth covering on the show? No, because it's a PT Cruiser movie. You either love it or you hate it. You know what I mean?
People like PT Cruisers?
Some people do. Yeah, why do you think they fucking sold 1 billion of them?
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely people like them. I don't, but I did like Leave the World Behind.
You know, we should get PT Cruisers.
The whole movie's a metaphor, and the metaphor is a little shallow. Spoiler going into it is that nostalgia, while dangerous, is also therapeutic. And that's the metaphor for the whole movie.
Did you hear me say we should get PT
Cruisers? Yeah, I chose to ignore it deliberately. Because I'm not going to do that. Well,
yes,
I don't know. Wait,
you fucking are.
How big of wheels can I put on it?
Dude, you can put whatever you want on it.
Oh, my God.
You can put fucking 80s on that bitch.
What if I just put giant fucking wheels on it and called it the PT Bruiser?
I'm just gonna
put a Hulkamania paint job on it. Hell yeah, brother.
Mine's just gonna have 4 spares at all times. Just 4 spare
just
tires.
Change the spare every 150 miles or whatever. Jesus Christ. Let's see here. What else have I been up to? They have made some updates to Marvel Snap, which is like the main game I play all the fucking time. There is a deck builder mode now, which is actually pretty fucking cool. Yeah, essentially if you have no idea what you're doing, you just pick a card that you think is cool and say, build me a deck. And, I've tested quite a few of them. They're not bad. Some of them need a little tweak here and there, but they're fairly solid. Yeah, I've been enjoying that. As far as other stuff, what else have I been getting into? I started rewatching True Detective season 1. Because I just was craving it.
I do that probably every year-ish.
Year-ish?
The years.
Yeah.
Rewatch True Detective season 1.
Oh, and you know what else I've been watching? That fucking Monarch Legacy of Monsters.
What is that?
It's that Godzilla show on Apple TV.
Oh, okay.
It's good.
Do you have Apple TV?
Yeah, I do.
Through me?
I don't think so.
Okay, because I was like, man, I just canceled it, so I hope. So sorry about that.
Oh no,
Not my.
There's
Apple,
only 2 episodes left.
not Bird's Apple TV.
No. No. I think I've got it through somebody else, another
asshole.
another person in my household.
Better not be a bird.
It's not.
Another
It's-
bird.
It's someone who 100% lives in this house. Actually really, I was very skeptical about it. Like, all right, I'm very on the fence about a lot of the American Godzilla films, although I am a huge Godzilla fan. I would say when the first Godzilla American movie came out, I'm not talking about the one from like 1990, whatever. I'm talking about the one that came out like in the last 5 or 6 years. That one, when it came out, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. I like it. I like the look of the monster. And then Shin Godzilla came out, and I'm like, this is a way fucking better movie. And it's like stop motion animation made with fucking puppets and models and shit. But it's fantastic. And now I have not got a chance to see Godzilla -1, which might be the best movie in the world.
I was about to ask you if you've seen that.
No, I fucking wish. I cannot wait. I don't think it's in theaters anywhere right around here, and I've been so fucking busy with the holidays coming up. Like, going to the movies is not in my schedule from fucking early December until middle of January. So I'm hoping I can still catch it sometime, but, we'll see.
Have you tried going to Japan to see it?
Yes. It was sold out when I got there.
Had to come right back.
Yep. So I stopped at a vending machine, got some used panties, and flew right back over. And I'm wearing them now. But
just got back, actually.
Despite my kind of middling feelings about the American versions of Godzilla, although I very much enjoyed Godzilla vs. Kong, the show is, I think, good. I think the show is just good.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever. Yeah. It's got Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell in it. Like,
oh, dude, I like Wyatt Russell.
I do too.
A lot.
Wyatt Russell plays young Kurt Russell, and it fucking, I know he's his son, but it works great.
Isn't his mom
Goldie Hawn? Yeah.
That's so fucking wild. That's crazy.
Right?
Wyatt Russell was awesome in the show called... God damn it.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking. Like, it's like a...
Lodge 49.
Lodge. I was like, it's like an Elks Lodge, a Lodge 49.
Dude,
yeah.
Fucking love that show.
I still never finished it. I watched like 6 episodes. I watched most of the season and just never finished it.
It's on AMC Plus right now. I don't know if you have that. Fantastic TV series that was supposed to have like 2 more seasons, but got canceled. So the story kind of
That's a shame, yeah. Teetered out.
No, it didn't. It's a cliffhanger. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, fuck. I hate that.
But it's still worth a watch. I promise you.
I believe that. Well, that's all I've got, really. I haven't been up to much. A lot of holiday shit going on. So.
Yeah, your typical holidays, hanging out with the family, drinking eggnog. And
I didn't drink any eggnog this year. I should have, because now I'm a bit fat. So I need to lose some weight. So I'm going to be doing that.
I'm going to be doing that. Is that one of your resolutions?
I should have had eggnog. It's not a resolution. It's a lifestyle change. It is, though. Like, I jest, but it literally is. So, yeah, I'm cutting back on my drinking a bit, kind of watching what I'm eating, trying to get a little more exercise. I'm not expecting overnight results, but just, long-term healthier habits.
Yeah.
But it sucks, man, because I love drinking and eating cheese.
Stop eating those glizzies.
Just like a drunk rat. Just get drunk and eat cheese. Cheese and hot dogs.
Cheese will get you. Cheese and hot dogs.
Cheese and hot dogs.
What about the hot dogs with cheese in them? I used to
double
fuck with,
whammy.
I used to fuck with those all the time.
I can't FW that.
I used to fuck with those all day, for real.
I fuck with that. Oh, God. All right, we're getting out of here.
Should we, though? I think we should keep going. Just fucking go until the sun goes down.
Well, let's close this out and we'll record some other shit.
Did you get it?
The sun's been down for hours, yeah. We started hella early. The sun's still been down for hours.
How long? What are we looking at here as far as runtime?
Oh, buddy, we are knocking right on 2 hours.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. What do you got? You got anything else you've been watching? Anything you're looking forward to watching? I want to watch that Dream Scenario with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Did I watch a trailer for it last night? And Alicia's like, I'd watch that. And I was like, hey, you fucking would.
Dream Scenario looks good. Is there a new Mark Duplass?
I also want to watch like Beau is Afraid and Napoleon and Killers of the Flower Moon. And I'm just waiting for that shit to be available because I don't want to rent it for $20 or buy it for $40 or whatever the fuck it is.
I heard that Napoleon is okay. Just okay.
Yeah, no, a lot of people are really butthurt about the historical inaccuracies, but I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, what's that new Andy Samberg movie? That's the one I'm excited about.
Andy Samberg movie.
Fuck. Like he plays himself in this movie. Self-Reliance.
Self-Reliance. Okay, not familiar with that.
It's in theaters right now. Oh, actually, that's weird. It says in theaters, but then it also says coming January 12th. I don't know if that's streaming. Yeah, Andy Samberg, Jake Johnson, Anna Kendrick, Christopher Lloyd.
Okay.
That's kind of funny. It says, given the opportunity to participate in a life or death reality game show, one man discovers there's a lot to live for.
And that man is Andy Samberg.
The main character is Jake Johnson.
Okay. All right, I'll fuck with that.
Yeah, looks super funny.
Yeah.
Excited about that. I'm excited to get Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Just bought it. You said it was great, so
yeah,
excited to play
Wonder why you're such a sucker.
Because the game sucks.
No, it's super fun. It's like the best platformer I've played in since I was a kid. Probably.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. That's it, dude. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
All right. Well, if you want to get a hold of us, fucking don't. I live out here in the middle of the woods. I don't want any visitors, well-wishers, or distant relators.
No soliciting.
That's a Lord of the Rings joke.
I didn't get it because I haven't seen that movie.
They're not all home runs.
Is that a movie? That's
the weirdest fucking thing to me is that's what you've not seen. You know what I mean? Like, we have seen almost all of the same movies, and you just have never seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy. One of the most famous sets of films that have ever been made.
And guess what? I'll never watch them.
You'll watch them next week.
You'll watch them next week.
Because it's brand January, motherfucker.
I've watched The Hobbit.
Don't start with the Hobbit. Don't start with the Hobbit.
That pisses you off, doesn't it?
It pisses me off bad because it's a worse movie. It like if you nostalgically love The Hobbit, yes, they're fun. With keeping in mind that they're not near as good as The Lord of the Rings. But the best part, I will say, is Benedict Cumberbatch as a giant dragon.
It's
like that part is chef's kiss.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cucumber.
And you'll get it
Benedict come on or snatch. When you pull out Game Strong. Not in it, but on it. Come on or snatch.
Benedict come on. Sorry. Anyways.
Yeah. You can contact
I haven't
the
watched
show.
Those movies, Danny.
You will.
You know what else I haven't watched?
What?
I haven't watched any of the Godfather movies.
They're very long.
I haven't watched Scarface.
The first two Godfather movies are fine.
I haven't watched.
Scarface is overrated, I think.
I haven't watched Jurassic Park.
What? That's a lie.
I haven't watched. I've seen parts of it.
You've never seen Jurassic Park?
I've seen parts of it. I just said that. Did you not hear me say
that?
I
heard you. I just thought it was a lie.
I haven't
Seriously?
I haven't seen Ghostbusters.
Well, that tracks for you. Okay, I was like that's not impossible given your age group, but it's a good time.
I haven't seen a lot of films, Danny.
Well, it looks like it's
2024
creeping up on frustrating February.
Will you make me watch films that I don't want to do?
That's right. Now take off your pants, bend over, and touch your toes.
You guys aren't going to start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Let's go that phone call! We're a one-eyed Batman!
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
The Jedi, Bob. We don't fight with guns, we fight with our mind.
Cousin, businesses are booming.
That is one big pile of shit.
Jog on.
It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios and can be found wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, special thanks for the people who helped make this show. That is going to be Russ, Tafari, God-Sized and Growing, and SUNDS for our music, Lamplighter Productions for our artwork. Oh, yeah, I definitely want to throw out a thanks to Dave, who takes care of our YouTube platform, and Justin, who has started doing our TikTok. You can find us on TikTok at Just Two Movies Pod. Yeah, so hit us up on socials and tell your friends and leave us a like if you could. That's the show. Welcome back to another episode.
All right, let's do that again. I don't want people to hear a burp. That's just dumb. That's dumb.
All right.
What?
Oh, okay. Well, welcome back to another.
All right, let's do that again.
We were going to do a thing, and then we.
No, I wasn't going to do anything.
Well, we're going to do something this next time coming up here.
What are we doing?
Here we go.